Hey everybody, Michael Phoenix here, founder of the magazine. Back on the offensive again after a little hiatus due to choices I made. This is the first in a multi-part series about something I'm experiencing right now and something that has kind of really changed the way that I look at certain things in life. Right now, as you can see, we're at 17th and Turner Street here in Allentown. Perfect place to do this series of articles, the city. Without getting into it, this is going to be my 9th straight night on the street. Basically, like I said, choices I made. Anyway, no, it wasn't drugs or alcohol or anything. So, but I want to point out something that this morning on Friday kind of really, it shook me, shall we say, to the core. It's one thing to look at the homeless people. It's one thing to say, yeah, we're fighting for them, and never having gone through it. When you go through it, it's an entirely different ballgame in reality, trust me. Sometimes wondering where you're going to get your next meal from. Like with myself, it was wearing the same clothes because I didn't have access to my own or any cash to buy new ones for pretty much 8 straight days, which was disgusting. And I saw how far down I fell and how far down low I sunk, not even caring about my own personal appearance or hygiene. It can really, if it happens to you, it will really change your world, trust me. At first, you're like, the reality of it doesn't hit you. You keep holding on to hope. You keep thinking, only a couple days, you wake up, the next day I'll be out of this, the next day I'll be out of this, the next day I'll be out of this. Well, as days go on, at some point, you start wondering when you're going to be out of it, when that next day will arrive. Personally, I'm hoping for this weekend, but, I don't know. So yeah, it will definitely shake up your world, and possibly down to the core of what you believe and who you are if you experience this. This is one of 2 things I would not wish on my worst enemy or most hated human being. Seriously. Trust me, it gets boring after a while. Yeah, it's great during the day when the libraries are open, everything's going on that you can go to, but at night, especially Sunday night, no, boredom really sets in. There are places you can go. Excuse me. One of the side effects of doing this is I have a slight cold, but there are places you can go during the day. They say about homeless shelters at night and everything. Well, that's fine and cool, just to keep you off the street, but it doesn't help solve the problem. Trust me. And another thing, everyone gives you advice and thinks they have a right to tell you what to do. Like you're some kind of kid who doesn't know, who's never learned anything in life. So another downside to it. Go do this, go do that, go do the other thing. Well, all that's great, but you know what? It's a temporary fix, not a permanent one. And another reality that hit me today, that I really took notice to today. The the one shelter where I was over in Bethlehem, that I was taking a shower out, grabbing a quick breakfast and lunch. It's amazing how I thought that people on the street would be supporting each other and everything else. Well, yeah, you do see that to a point, but on the flip side of it, I saw two guys almost get into a serious fight, physical confrontation, because of whose turn it was in the shower. You want to laugh? I am not joking. I am not joking here in the slightest. Okay? It's like there is some support. They do try to help each other out, but it's basically the worst in nature and the worst of the species at times. Some of the people who, when I look at them, it's all for themselves, period. Which, yes, you have to, when your survival instincts kick in, yeah, it has to be that way to a point. But you know what? With that attitude, especially if you're on the street, you're not going to last. It doesn't fly. Okay? So, this is part one of Shadows on the Street. I'll do part two tomorrow. And that will focus on the other side, where I've seen the worst in humanity and people, in the species. But I've also seen the best. Michael Phoenix, founder of the magazine. Later.